Hi all, welcome back to the channel, and in this one today we're going to be making some quick and easy Skaven Gnawholes. Very fun craft, not all that difficult, cheap. I'm going to show you how to do it. So follow me to the crafting table and let's do this. Come on! Okay, so 2mm thick foam board for the base and XPS offcuts from a previous project. Pipe cleaners, coffee stirrers and barbecue skewers, or you can switch out the 2mm foam board with cardboard, of course. Okay, so first we're gonna begin with making the bases, which are 11 centimeters by 11 centimeters, and I'm making 3 gnaw holes, so I'm gonna need 3 bases. Just cut them out with your box cutter, make sure that it is sharp. So here we have the bases, 11 by 11. I'm using this to trace a circle on all 3. Next, cut some blocks about 2 centimeters, roughly 2 centimeters. Now start by tearing off a lot of small chunks to create the stones, and this can be tedious, but stick with it, alright? So like this. And now for the big rocks. So we take our blocks here, and we start by beveling the top edges, then cut away at the sides. Try to shape some rocks with it. It's quite easy once you get into the flow of things, alright? Just as I do here. Cut it from the top, a little from the bottom. Slice some carvings into it. And keep working at it until you get a rough, basically a rough stone, like this. Work it with your fingers a little bit, and make a lot of them. The offcuts, you can still squish them and put them with the rest of the rocks. Now draw a spiral on all your bases inside of the circle, like so. Doesn't have to be perfect, just roughly. Now go over all these spirals with your hot glue gun to give it some dimension. Very easy to do, and I'm using a silicone mat at the bottom, which is very important when working with hot glue. Now once it has dried fully, cut out the circles. Just use a good sturdy pair of scissors, you can cut the foam board easily. Now we're going to glue the big rocks all around the circle rim. Also we're going to stick on the smaller stones. Now as I said, I have a silicone mat underneath to keep the glue from sticking, so I can easily remove it once everything is cured. Alright, so stick on the rocks. And here I am pushing in some smaller rocks into the excess hot glue. And keep working at it. Create some texture by rubbing them in your hands. Alright, now next we measure 6.5 centimeters on this barbecue dowel. You'll need 3. I am gluing in 5, but in the end I switch it out for 3. But yeah. Now quick note, you can choose to add 5, as I said, per gnawhole if you want to add some extra fences around it. In the end I decided to only go for 3 per gnawhole and leave out the fences around it. So yeah. Alright, so if you do glue all 5, like I do, you can cut them away at the end, as I did. Just follow as I do here. Stick them in the ends and one at the top. The one in the top and the 2 at the bottom are the most important ones. Now once done, remove the glue strings. It lifts off easily of the silicone mat. That's why I love it so much. So do remove all the wisps also at the bottom here, cut them away, tear them off. Alright, looking cool. Now I draw in some Skaven runes with a ballpoint pen. Just yeah, go nuts with this. Have fun, be creative. It looks cool. Alright. Now, next we're gonna grab some tin skewers and cut them so you have about 2 centimeters overhang on each end of the poles. It's best that you mark this out. Snip it away, like so. Now trace this skewer to the others, and you will need 3 per gnaw hole. You can use thicker ones, but I like these tiny ones. Now I carve little grooves on the inside of the poles to attach the skewers better. And do cut away from your fingers, of course. But it does make it easier to attach them. And again, cut away from your fingers. Always. Safety first, alright? Now glue with PVA and a drop of super glue to speed up the process. Just flip the knot hole lay the beam down, and then attach a little bit of super glue, or a lot, but not too much of course. Now do this on the other side, and do make sure that the top of those beams cross each other like so. And now for the bottom one, mark it and glue the bottom stick. It is really an easy craft to do, guys. It's super simple, super quick. Now for the next part we are using a bit of fire, so get an adult or an older sibling or a friend to help you with this, alright? Now these fuzzy pipe cleaners have a cool twisted wire underneath that looks like a rope or even barbed wire. But you have to burn off the fuzzy part, so be extremely careful, everyone, alright? Safety first. And do this slowly, be careful. And as you can see, I really like the texture that the wire underneath has. So burn them away, leave a little bit where you can grab it, and come back to it once the wire is cooled, okay? Don't immediately grab the hot part or you will get burned. Now I bend the loop and wrap it around the post so it hangs underneath the skewers like a rope. Then reinforce the ends with super glue and simply lock them in place. Do that as well for the other side. Looks really cool once painted up. There you go. Look at this, a quick and easy Gnawhole. Now, quick, I say quick, the building is quick, but the building of the rocks and everything is quite tedious. Now, time to prime. I prime it with a black and brown mixture, so a really dark, deep brown. I like that for the base underneath the rocks. But cover it all, the ropes, the posts, everything. Then once it is dry, I went over with a heavy overbrush of a stone gray. Now I repaint all the wood parts, and I mix it with a little bit of the gray to get a really dirty brown decaying wood color. And next I paint the ropes with a racquard flesh, but if you don't have that, a tan will work as well. Now I'm using pure very white, and I'm gonna do that in the middle, the portal part actually. Make sure it is really covered, fully white. Now for the glow effect. Alright, so I paint the white with a hex-rayed flame. I really like this paint. It's a cool deep color, fun to play with, and I really like the result you can get from this. Now also do that for the runes, like so. Then once it is dry brush it with a flash gits yellow or a very bright yellow if you don't have flash gits. Just go over it, looking cool. Then the final dry brush simply with a Corax white, and aim it especially on the top parts and the center like so, and you will get a really cool effect, cool glow effect. And don't forget for the runes. Alright, now let's have a look at the finished piece, alright? With some Skaven on it, next to it. Yeah, I'm really happy how this one turned out. Doing more terrain, so don't forget to like and subscribe, and I would really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so very much. And also, very importantly, thank you all for watching. More crafting videos on the way, and I will see you soon, alright? Bye!